Hi, and welcome to Derail Valley. This is a game that I have not played in over a year. It's been a really long time, so I barely remember how to play it. Still in early access, but maybe it's not early access, but it's still very much in like development, so it's unfinished. But it's a lot of fun. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna start a new career session, and we're gonna call it Fiona Drives Trains. I did already try this about 10 minutes ago, and I did massively screw it up. So, let's try not to do it this time. Right, we're gonna do difficulty standard, and start. Alright, we are in the station house, in the steel mill. This is where you start the game. So essentially, you start the game being able to do very little. So if we look at our licenses, we have got train driver, freight haul, and DE2, which means I can drive trains, I can haul freight, and I can do it using the DE2. I cannot do shunting, I cannot couple up locomotives and run them in multiple, and I cannot do logistical haul, which is basically taking empty coaches to places. So I have to find one that's got like the green band at the top, because these are all freight hauls. The other thing I have to look out for is make sure, so for example this has got long 2. You see where it says long 2 there? That just means you need to have a license to drive it because it's really long. So I need to find one. Here we go, like this. This one is a freight haul. It's not a long train, it's a very short train. So I can actually do this one. So stick it in here, accept the order, and I have to go to track B20 and pick up these 3 coaches. So B20 is this track here that we're on now. I'm gonna have to go over to like the roundhouse turntable thing, which I've lost now. There it is. And pick up a locomotive. So this is the DE2. This is the only locomotive that I can currently drive. So I'm going to get in here and basically rotate this so it matches up with that. So if I do this, and just until it's kind of roughly there, a little bit more. Oh, that's the wrong way. And now I can go over here and basically just push it the rest of the way. Cool, that's all lined up. So now I can get into here and start it up. So I'm going to flick all this on. We've started the engine. One thing I forgot to do last time was take the handbrake off. So the handbrake is now off. So once this pressure in the brake pipe builds up to about 5 bar, we should be able to go. Let's get some just kind of normal running headlights on. I'll put it in forward. So yeah, just waiting for that to build and then we can go. Right, let's get a move on. We don't want to be going too fast because we've got to stop once we get onto here. I'm gonna want to use the independent brake. This thing does not brake well at all, which is if you've played this game, I'm sure you know that. So yeah, right. Let's get into here, and we need to spin it round. And then I can just kind of push it the rest of the way. Cool. Right. So let's take these brakes off. And yeah, we're still in backwards, which is where we want to be. Let's just give it a bit of juice. Little bit more. We can go up to about 30 kilometers an hour here. Cool. And we'll just let it go, just let it make its way. I want to have my comms radio, yeah, aimed this way, because I'll need to change the switches manually when I'm going forwards. So over there is where we're going to end up. It would be very cool if one day this game had like signaling, like automatic signaling and stuff. Right. Let's get my comms radio out, change the switch. So now, because it's facing right, I'll be going on the right track there instead of to the left from where I just came. Let's take these brakes off. That's the train brake. That's not the one I wanted to use. Oh well, doesn't matter. Right, let's put it into forwards. And... oh. Yeah, oops. Let's get the traction motors back on. I accidentally gave it a bit too much welly there. This train is finicky. If you give it too much throttle straight off the bat, it will just spin like crazy and the traction motors will just die on you. So you do have to be careful. It can be a little bit of a pain. Right, so what I'm going to want to do is run straight through essentially. Because I have to go around to the front of the train. You know, I don't want to be pushing it, I want to pull it. So I have to go around the front and then reverse back in. Let's get a bit more speed up. Thing is, once this thing gets up to speed, you know, it does well. It's just getting it there can be difficult. And I mean, this is without it hauling anything. You know, when you're trying to pull stuff, it can be difficult. Right, let's get some braking in. Let's get some more braking in. I've gone a little bit far there, but it's fine. Right, let's get this switch switched over. And put it into reverse. Get these brakes back off. Wait for that to... yeah, that's gone down to 0. Don't want to be going too fast as I approach the train. If you hit it at anything more than like 5 kilometers an hour or so, you do end up damaging the train. So we want to go into track 2. So I'm just going to change this last switch over, so that'll put us into number 2 instead of number 1. Eventually, like, you end up being able to get this remote so you can control the train while you're not in it, and that makes everything a whole lot easier, but when you're just starting out, you're doing everything yourself, and it's like, you know, you have to go places and manually couple things up, which actually I'll be able to show you in a minute. Right. Oh, we got an autosave going on. Right, let's put in some braking. Oh, I've accidentally stopped. Right. Kinda coming up to the train now, so I'm going to... oh, yeah, see, I've hit the train a bit quickly there. I'm still getting used to the braking again, because it's been a long time. Right, so now, if I come under here and stand up in here, essentially I can connect them like this, and then connect the brake hoses, and then let the air flow through. Okay, so what I like to do is to take my world map and kind of throw it against the wall here. Oh, not like that. Like this. So then I can just see where I'm going. So yeah, I know I need to take this kind of route that I'm following here with my mouse to get to the harbour in town. I'm gonna keep my comms radio just kind of ready so that I can change the switches at any point, because you have to do them all manually. So I want to stay left here, because if I go right, then I end up going towards the farm and the oil well and city southwest. I don't want to do that. It is a little bit foggy. I'm gonna put my front lights in the brighter position. Alright, let's get a bit more throttle going. Now, I have to watch out for the temperature, as well as my oil and fuel and sand levels. I don't want this to go into the yellow or the red for extended periods of time, because then that'll cause it. Well, it'll just cause the traction motors to overheat and die, and that costs a lot of money to fix. Right, so we've got a speed limit sign here. So what this tells us is we can go 80 kilometers an hour, and we've got a gradient of 1.8% upwards. The speed limits, the only thing that they really have anything to do with is the like how curvy the track is. So yeah. We are losing speed a little bit, so I'm going to put in more throttle. Problem is, this is causing the temperature to rise a lot. This hill can be difficult to get up, but we should be able to do it. Okay, so the gradient is now reducing to 1.3, which is good. So that should mean it is slightly easier to get up this hill. So you can see with the blue arrow where we are on the map now. Once we get past like this left-hand turn, the hill stops and it becomes flat, and then I know that this bit is all downhill. So we should be good once we're up past this hill. I'm gonna give it another knot to throttle. So we're at like 1700 RPM now. Traction motor temperature is okay for now, but I will keep an eye on it. We are actually gaining speed now, which is good. So that tells us we can go 90 kilometers an hour. That red arrow that was beneath it tells us that, like, the speed limit will be reducing soon. Right, I need to look out here. So at this upcoming switch, I need to take the left-hand route. And I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but currently it's set to go to the right. So before we get there, I need to switch it. And now we'll be able to go the right way. So now the gradient is 0.6 and we can go 70 kilometers an hour. You can see already just how much oil and fuel we're going through. Like, we're gonna need to refuel, I mean, pretty much as soon as we get to our destination. You know, we're only like an eighth of the way there, but thankfully we've already used most of the fuel that we're going to, because like I said, the rest is flat or downwards gradient. Right, we've got another switch coming up. We need to go left again. Currently it is set to the right, so I'm going to change it. Right, I'm going to reduce the throttle now. think we're going at a speed that I'm happy with. We can do 70 through here. We're doing about 57 right now. I'm just gonna let it coast for a little bit. You know, let the temperature come back down and stop burning through all my fuel and oil. Right, so now we'll be able to do 80 kilometers an hour, and at the next speed limit that'll go up, which is what that green up arrow signifies. So let's get a bit more speed in. Screw it, full throttle, let's go! So now we can go 100, but then it'll go up again. But this thing, I mean, this thing cannot really safely do more than about 85, so yeah. It's not designed for hauling things over long distances. It is mostly designed just for shunting, but again, I don't like shunting. Right, where are we? Still got a ways to go until it gets wiggly again. So now we can do 120, but it's going to go down again at the next speed limit. Or at the next sign. Right, I'm going to ease off now, because we can only do 80 now. We're doing just over 70. So this is the max we're going to get up to, pretty much, in this vehicle. There's much beefier locomotives that you can go much faster in. But yeah, this one struggles to go fast. We've got a big left then right hand turn. I know that the limit around this turn is like 40. The steep one that my mouse is hovering over. So eventually I'm going to have to slow down for that, because if you go around a curve generally at more than about 20 kilometers an hour over the limit, you will derail. So yeah, just need to be careful. But yeah, probably going to let it coast all the way in to the harbour in town now. So now we can do 70. Right, I need to watch out again. We've got another switch coming up, and I need to take the right hand turn this time so that I don't go left and up and around. Technically, that would still take me where I need to go. It would just be incredibly time consuming, and I don't want to do that. There's a tunnel, I believe, kind of through this triangle. So as soon as we kind of see that tunnel, I'm going to want to put some braking in to get down to 40. Right. So that sign's telling us about the upcoming switch and saying that we can go 60. And it tells us it's 0.3 kilometers away. It stopped being foggy now, so I'm gonna put the lights back into there. Just into, like, position 1, you know, day running headlights, I guess, would be the equivalent. Right, we want to switch that to the right. And we want to brake a bit. And it's braking, and I'll release the brakes because it takes a while for them to release. So now we're doing under 40 kilometers an hour, but we do have a downhill gradient, so it is going to, like, the speed is going to increase, so I'm going to need to keep some braking on at points. Oh, there's a weird lighting glitch there. These tunnels are very narrow. Very, very narrow. Right, let's get a bit more braking in. Because we can only do 40. Come on, brake, 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 brake. So we're still doing over 40. It takes a while for this thing to brake. I'm gonna kind of give it just gonna leave the brakes on for a while because this train is going to try and speed up as we go down this hill. I do love this bit of the map. It is very, very pretty. Here, I can stand out here. Look at this. It's gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, knocked my microphone. Right, I'm gonna get back in. So I've braked a little bit much there, and we can do 70 through here. Let's get that door closed again. Well, that's telling us we can do 60. I don't really want to give it any more throttle. I don't want to waste any fuel, because fuel in this game is bloody expensive. Can have a sip of my drink. Oh, there's barely anything left. Oh dear. Not my microphone again. Might time-lapse this section, like as we make our way down to the harbour. Right, we've got a switch coming up, and I know I need to brake for it. We need to take the left-hand direction, and we need to be going, which it already is set for, which is good. We need to be going 40 kilometers an hour. So, come on, train. Come on. Close enough. Close enough. Right, so now, coming down the final section. And there it is. There is the harbour in town. It's a very, very big place. I need to check where in the harbour in town I'm actually taking this to. So, let's look at my order. Oh. And it's telling me, okay, I need to go to C2I. Thankfully, I know what the layout of the harbour in town is. But if you don't know what it is, you can basically search for it. So you go to the harbour in town, and it tells you where C is. Oh, I need to brake. Oh, I'm speeding a little bit. This is a bit sketchy. I want to bring it down to about 30 now, I think. So yeah, it tells us, so we're coming in from the west, which you can tell by where we are on the map. And it tells us, like, the points and how we get to C. Okay, that tells us we can go 40. I'm going to give it a bit more braking. A little bit more. So we want to go left at the points. If we go right, we end up in the military base, which is not where we want to go. Right, it's already set for left, which is good. I'm going to take the braking off because it's going to be pretty flat from here. Let's look at the map again. So B is the military base, which is over there. So that's the first right that we've just avoided. So we need to take another left, which is to avoid going into the roundhouse. Looks like it's already set for left, which is good. And then after that, so after that left, we have to take a right to go into C. Then I believe it was C2I. So it's C2, and the I just means it's like where things go in. So there's the roundhouse, the turntable. You can see like all sorts of cool locomotives in there. So there's some steam stuff, some other diesel stuff, which I will of course unlock in due course. So if you want to see me driving steam trains, you should really subscribe. Right, I need to go left here. I think. Yeah, okay. See, I got that just in the nick of time. If I had not done that, we'd be going straight into the wrong place. It's getting a bit foggy and dark again, so I'm gonna put the headlights in the bright setting. I think there might be an even brighter setting. Yeah, there is. There's like high beams as well, but we don't need those. At least not right now. Right, so C2I is the middle one, which the routes are already set for, which is good. And essentially I just have to take it in until the back of the train is past where it says 2I there. And then, yeah, then I just go put the job in the validator here, and then I'm done. I get paid. And because this has only taken like half an hour, I should get the, you get like a 50% bonus, I believe, if you do it in a certain amount of time. Which for this one is 48 minutes. So yeah, that's really good. Right, back of the train is past the board, so I'm going to whack the train brake on. Going to cut off the engine as well. Right, let's take these off, and I'll just whack the handbrake on. Turn off all the electrical systems. Put it into neutral, and I'll take this with me. Cool. So now I just need to uncouple this. Let's hang this hook on. Disconnect the hoses, and then I'll quickly put this handbrake on. And then, now I need to remember where the so the station house is. It's over to the right because we're in C, so it's over to the right somewhere. So I'm going to basically start teleporting there. I think it's further up. Is it over there? Yeah, I see it. I see it. No, I do not see it. I lied. There it is. Now I see it. Okay. Station office. Sorry, that's what it's called. And now I can take the order and basically whack it in there. I got the bonus, so I got a lot of money. Yeah, no damage was done. Brilliant. So I got 12,000 for that, which I put in my wallet, and now I've got 14,000. Now, I will have some fees to pay. I only have to pay 100 though to cover the fees because I've got insurance, which I forgot about that. So let's insert my wallet and confirm. Cool. So my insurance has now cleared all the fees, and let's see if there's any licenses that I can buy now. So I've got, how much have I got? 13,931. So I can buy shunting, which I don't want to do. I can buy concurrent orders, which essentially means that I can haul multiple things at once, which is really, really good for like money and stuff. The only problem is, with the current locomotive I have, the DE2, there's no way to haul multiple things at once. It's just not powerful enough. I can buy train length 1, which I might actually do. That's everything. Yeah, I'm gonna buy train length 1. So stick my wallet back in and confirm. And now, I bought train length 1, which means I can take trains that are like more than 5 coaches long or something like that. The problem is my insurance copay has gone up massively and my time bonus deadline has gone down. So yeah, it's the more you buy, the harder the game gets, or the more you progress. So let's put this let's put this license in my backpack, and I can get rid of this as well. Just put it in the bin. Now I think there are some things for me here in Lost and Found. So oh yeah, so these are just my licenses. The other thing I'm going to do is go take a look in the shop, because there are some things that you can buy that make your life a bit easier. So let's put this in there. That's freight haul. I'm gonna put that there. D2, put that there, and train driver there. Actually, I'm gonna arrange it like that. So I've got my licenses in my backpack. And now I'm going to go take a look at the shop, which, oh, I have done something there. Don't know what I did. The shop it's between E and F, so I can just sprint over there. So this is E, and F is over here. Here's the shop, bright blue. So what can I buy here? I can buy a shovel, a lighter, a pocket watch, a garage key, a flashlight, a lantern, and some cassettes. The thing I want is the pocket watch. The problem is, I can't afford it, so I will not be buying it today. The lighter and the shovel are for when you get steam trains. So, yeah, anyway, I think let's go find some coaches to pose with. Ooh, tractors, yeah. Look at these look so funky. Anyway, yeah, that has been Derail Valley for today. Let's well, okay, so that has been Derail Valley for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're still watching, yeah, if people generally enjoy this, I will record it more. Otherwise, I will play it on my own and not record it. Might stream it as well at some point. I think this is quite a good game to stream. But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, and goodbye.